On this episode of Certified Closers, we have a 22-year-old from the Bronx of New York. He was recently let go from his 9-to-5, unemployed, stressed, alone, and not knowing what to do. Now, we both know bills don't stop for nobody, so with rent due in the next few weeks and his back against the wall, Iola couldn't just afford to go get another low-paying 9-to-5. Alright, he needed to make a large chunk of cash as soon as possible. Robbing a bank, that's the best way to pull this off. But second to that is going to be digital real estate. If you're watching this, you probably knew more than Iola did whenever he first started. When I first met Iola, he didn't know anything about this industry. He had so many questions and didn't even know where to even begin. But guess what? After a few days of implementing the digital real estate strategy, he was already talking to motivated sellers and actually got his first contract signed within a few weeks. That one quickly fell through. But after that one fell through, he got another one, and that one turned into a $5,500 deal on his first deal. Oh, and I didn't mention, he just closed on another $10,000 8 days from recording this video. Now we get it, digital real estate, it works. You've seen multiple interviews and you're gonna see a lot more coming out over the next few weeks because the system works, but it's also the player. Alright, I don't want to take anything away from his work ethic and him as an overall entrepreneur. I would be lying if I said that his journey was all sunshine and rainbows, alright? But rather you hear it from me, let's hear it from my boy. But first, to Iola, as I know you're watching this, my brother, I want to let you know that I'm so proud of you. You are probably one of the most hardworking clients I've ever came across, and to be on your journey, it's just been a true honor, bro. So congrats, and I'm looking forward to you closing even more deals over the next few months and years and see what you turn this into.
I always tried wholesaling. I really never knew what I was doing, honestly. I was on YouTube, watching other people, just taking bits and bits. I didn't know how to talk on the phone. I was down, man. I was down. Honestly, after I joined your group, I said, this is it, man. Like, I took the risk. During the one-on-one call, he was like, do you have some money like backed up, while you're gonna be working on your first deal? Yeah. And I was like, yeah. But I really didn't.
Oh, damn, yeah. What the fuck?
When I just started the blueprint, I was focused, man. My head was down. I watch as much videos as I can every day until I finish. At first, I'll be honest, I didn't have time to do it, but later on, I made time for it. I started treating it like a job. That's when everything changed. But yeah, you could get lucky, but if you actually put in the work, you put in the volume.
Finally, you got that $5,500 check. How did that feel?
It felt amazing, man. Like, I was just smiling all day, and I was just like, damn, like, this easy? I'm like, man, what if I can do this 3 times a month? My life can really change. The way the blueprint, the group and everything is set up is just like, it's beautiful, because we can use each other, to our own benefit. Money is just flowing between each other,
What's going on, man?
Chilling, man. Nothing much.
Where you calling from right now? You at the crib?
I'm at Mom Duke's crib, for, Mother's Day weekend. Upstate New York right now.
Okay, cool. Man, you tell her about the big check?
Yeah, I told her, man. She's happy, man. She's definitely happy.
That's fire, bro. All right, so real quick, I just wanted to hop on this call. One, congratulate you, bro. Just seeing you like kind of go from not knowing nothing all the way to closing the deal. That made me super, super happy, bro. And I'm super proud of you. And hopefully, not even hopefully, I'm excited to be on the journey when you close in $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 deals.
Yes,
We
sir.
gotta keep running it up.
Yes, sir.
Right. So I want to go ahead and just have a conversation. It's not going to be nothing planned. Just asking you about your story and how you even got to where you are right now.
Yeah. All right, let's do it.
All right. So Iola, we had started working together maybe how long ago?
I think I joined the group maybe like end of February.
End of February. And then you closed your first deal when?
Beginning of May.
Beginning of May. I want to go from all the way from, I guess, January leading up to February, or even 6 months before February. What were you doing at the time?
6 months before, I was working 2 jobs. I do live in New York City, so, everything is expensive there. So one of my jobs was me working at night, overnight in a psych ward in the hospital. So
Oh, damn.
yeah. And, it's crazy. And then after that, I would come home maybe like 9 in the morning. I'll sleep for a little bit. And then I was also a real estate agent in the daytime. So, just grinding and stuff like that. So 6 months ago, actually, I had left my real estate firm because they told me I wasn't performing well, obviously, because it was just hard for me to stay up and, be in the field. So annual dues was about like 3,000. I was working for the Corcoran Group downtown Manhattan. They're
They
like,
charge you to be a realtor?
Yeah, yeah. So they call it desk fees and everything. So I didn't close any deals at all last year. I didn't have time. I was working two jobs. So yeah, so I left because I was just like, you know what, let me just work the hospital job at night. That led to me working more around like November, beginning of December, around the holiday times. I actually left my job. It was just a lot of, scrutiny there, a lot of just drama there. So I just left. They wrongfully did some things, and so I was just like, you know what, I got to leave before they fired me.
Yeah.
I was left without a job. Leading up to when I joined your group, I always tried wholesaling. I really never knew what I was doing, honestly. Like I just knew that, you can use prop stream. I was on YouTube, watching other people, just taking bits and bits, but I didn't know how to talk on the phone. I didn't know anything about dispo. I didn't know anything about, pulling lists or anything. I was just looking at, buildings I think I can call and stuff like that. So anyway, I saw your video online and I'm like, oh snap, he looked just like me. That's big. That's big. Honestly, for real, man. He looked
Yeah.
just like me. And I was just like, man, he's doing it. I went to your page. I'm like, all right, I think it said something like DM. So I DM'd and you got back to me ASAP. And yeah, we did the one-on-one call and you got me hyped. I was like, you know what? Let's do it right now. And yeah, never look back.
Fire, bro. So when you were doing wholesaling originally, what were some things that you were trying?
What I was doing was if I see a building, like if I just come across a building that looks like kind of run down or like vacant, I would
Yeah.
just try to write it down and then I'll go on prop stream and just skip trace.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh,
That's it.
damn.
And most of the time I wouldn't get nothing back because it would be like a LLC and I didn't know how other skip I didn't know anything about skip tracing. So I
Yeah.
thought honestly prop stream was the only way. So yeah.
Damn, bro. Okay, so yeah, learn kind of, or you were kind of in the wrong direction when it came to wholesaling, but you still were doing it. What was your mindset when you had lost the real estate job, then you had to quit the other job or leave the other job because they just doing stuff that was wrong? What was your mindset during this like little dark period?
I was down, man. I was down because, life goes on, you know what I'm saying? Life goes on, life never stops. And, I was just worrying about paying rent, doing groceries, trying to, keep up with everything. And things were like stacking up as the months were going by and nothing was working out. So I was just feeling down, honestly. I was feeling down.
Yeah, bro. It's always cool when everybody finds success, right? But it's all about that. I call it the Rocky cut scene. Whenever you're going through that Rocky cut scene, bro, and you have to work I was doing DoorDash, like I was doing DoorDash and Instacart. You ever did Instacart?
Mm-mm.
Oh, God, bro, Instacart's bad, bro. You like grocery shopping and shit, bro. Hated it. I would do Instacart from 8 a.m. to 12, and then DoorDash from 12 all the way to like 1 a.m. because that's when people start ordering DoorDash, bro. Every
Wow.
single day, my car is beat down. It's $500. I'm just like, bro, it's that
Yeah.
Rocky cut scene that nobody sees, and then you still trying to make something else work. Did you know what was gonna happen? Like, did you know? Okay, I'm gonna make wholesaling work, or I need to find another job. Like, where were you looking?
Yeah, honestly, I was still doing interviews, honestly. I was still doing interviews, but honestly, after I joined your group, I said, this is it, man. Like, I took the risk and I think you asked me if during the one-on-one call, he was like, hey, Iola, like, do you have some money, like, backed up, while, you're gonna be working on your first deal.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, yeah, but I really, I really didn't.
Oh, damn, yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, man, I'm a risk taker, man. But yeah, I just believed in myself that much, man. Like, especially when I started joining the one-on-one calls, I'm like, damn, like this person is saying like they just closed this deal. This person said they got leads, and
Yeah.
yeah,
What I've learned in, I guess, just entrepreneurship, and you already knew that, bro, which is why you're finding success right now, is when you put your back against the wall, bro. You said you were a risk taker. Putting your back against the wall, you don't need a plan. You don't need to be
yeah,
talented. You don't need to be skilled you don't need to outwork anybody that much, right? As long as you put your back against the wall, that's when everything just unlocks. Because you putting your trust in God and just having some faith, bro.
facts.
That's all you need. So the fact that you even made that step, that's the difference between someone who gets a deal and who doesn't get a deal. Because I guarantee you, if you still had that job, you had both of those jobs, and you still had time, and you were making good money, you wouldn't have closed the deal.
Uh,
You wouldn't have closed the deal. So the fact that you put your back against the wall, bro, that's what's finding your success. Now you wholesale like full time right now.
yeah, this is all I'm doing right now. Looking for the next deal right now.
Perfect. So you had joined in February. but you didn't get a deal until maybe a month or two. What was going on throughout that whole time? I would say like when you first started the blueprint, all the way till when you got your first lead, or not even first lead, to closing the deal. What was that journey like?
My anxiety was high, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Actually, it started rising really high. I was getting more anxious when I started getting actual leads. Like people
Yeah.
were saying, "Hey, yeah, I'll consider selling my home." And then that's when I started doing follow-ups. I'm just like, "Oh, snap! I've never been in this like situation before." So when I just started the blueprint, I was focused, man. My head was down. I think I told you in the one-on-one call, like I'm gonna start like ASAP right after the call. That's what I did. I
Yep.
try to watch as much videos as I can every day until I finish. And I just went right into it, and then we had the follow-up call about the markets and everything. You
Mhm.
helped me, you educated me. Then from there, it was just, just me, just calling. At first, I'll be honest, I didn't have time to do it, like, for a couple of hours. I'll do it as long as I can. But later on, I made time for it. I started treating it like a job,
Mhm.
and then that's when everything changed. So, and then that's when I started getting leads. And then I would say by like April, yeah, like I started getting real good leads. And
Yeah.
then this lead that I just closed, it was an elderly lady. I had her on the contract. I made her sign the contract. I think April 18th or 19th, I forgot. But yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
So you went from before you joined the program, not getting very much like any motivated leads at all, not finding any luck. Join the program, you got some success. What was like the one thing that changed? Like take away the program, like what's the one thing now you know, okay, this is what produces leads.
I would say putting in that work on the phones. You told me it's a numbers game. And I think this is off topic, but there's this like I watch like E.T. the hip hop preacher.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
posted a sound with his him in the background.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I like him a lot. And he said something and it stuck with me. He was like, yo, volume negates luck. So like, yeah, you could get lucky, but if you actually put in the work, you put in the volume, he says, you put in volume into like, the cold calls and everything, then you're bound to get those contacts. Like you said, 40 contacts a day. I try to aim for that. So that's what I got from this journey. Sure.
got you. So just putting in the work, actually treating it like a business and
Yeah.
showing up every single day to produce
Yep.
volume. That's all you got to do. Now, give me the breakdown of this deal, bro. So you got the lead. She says, yes, I want to sell my property. From that cold call, walk me through the whole journey because this was like a rocky deal. This wasn't like, oh, she said, yeah, we got it under contract. When I tell y'all, he hit me up I'd say 2 days with a new hiccup. And I'm just like, damn, is this even going to close? But it finally closed. So tell us about the journey.
So yeah, I start from when I was just on the phones. It's actually I actually caught her. I got this lead here at my mom's house.
Okay.
Just cold calling. That day was pretty slow. Nobody was like picking up. Then it started picking up. People were saying like, "Oh no, I'm not interested." No, no. And then yeah, it was just so random. I didn't expect it. I think I was just on my phone while the dialer was going. She picked up and I said, "Hey, I miss blah blah blah. Is this are you, is this you, blah blah blah." And then I said, do you consider selling that property there?" And she was just like, "You know what? Yeah, I do. Actually, I'm trying to get rid of it." And she said a joke like, "I want to get rid of it from yesterday." So I was just like, wow, like this is a hot lead. That's when I started going through I think we had a one-on-one call and you showed me like the flow chart. So I was just literally like looking at it while I was talking to her. We started talking about her motivation on why she wants to sell it. And of course the motivation was like, she's turning 80. She has a bunch of properties down there. And yeah, she was just like, I'm too old. She just wants to get rid of everything. And actually she wanted to renovate the house probably like 3 years previously, but she just left it alone because her leg is kind of messed up and she can't walk around. So she has just one person just doing everything for her. So
Yeah.
she's yeah, let's do it. And we went into the condition and she told me that everything was gutted. Like it was basically a shell, like nothing in there. And she wasn't joking, like when I got the pictures, like it was really a shell,
I
you
remember
know.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So fast forward, I got off the phone and I stuck to the guide and everything. And then after we did a follow-up and that's when I um told him, well, I gave him my offer. And then we were just going back and forth. I think I initially offered 15,000 and then she said, no, I want 20. So we were just going back and forth. And I think we ended up at 16.5 or 16.7. It was 16.7. And then I made this rookie mistake too, because we talked about it, but she was just like, hey, I have property taxes. So I was like, how much is it? She was like, 800. So I was like, hey, if you can send me proof of the property taxes, then I'll just add it to the price. So initially everything came up to 17.5. I drew up the contract after that. I didn't waste no time. Probably maybe an hour later, I just had to tweak some things. Thanks to you, you know what I'm saying? Everything was there already. And I sent it to her. She signed it. That was that.
Is this your first contract?
My first contract ever.
How'd it feel?
It felt surreal. Like it didn't feel real, honestly. It just happened so fast, honestly. Like I did not I expected to get a deal soon, but I didn't know it would just like happen like that. You know, she was just like, yes, and she was just so motivated. Like this is like what we talk about, you know, all the time on the one-on-one call. She was motivated. She didn't want to play. She was just like, hey, what's going on? She was calling me. So yeah.
I think you definitely left some money on the table. You could have got that.
Yeah.
Oh, you could have got that probably at like 15, maybe 12.
Yeah,
But now
shit.
you know. Now you know that. So
Yeah.
get under contract. Now we got to find a buyer. What does that look like?
You know, I followed your guide, Dispo guide, and I think I started with the Facebook section. I copied and pasted everything. I tweaked it, edited it, and then I started joining a lot of Facebook groups around, you know, where the market I'm in. At first, I was just joining all the groups. That was the first thing. I just wanted to join as much groups as I can. Then I started posting, and in the same template that you showed us. And man, like it was crazy, man. Like I think I accidentally put I don't know if we're supposed to do this, but I actually accidentally put it in Facebook Marketplace.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, when I posted it in with one of the actual groups, maybe I just clicked it by mistake.
Yeah.
Man, I think Marketplace did it for me because literally my phone was just going off. Like I swear 200, at least 200 messages like every day. Like I would wake up and it would just be like, what the? Like it was a good problem, but I'm just like, how am I gonna handle this? But
Yeah.
yeah, man. So between the groups and the marketplace, I was doing that, and then I started calling realtors around the area to see like if they sold anything, something similar around that house. So those two, that's what I was sticking to, and also just calling some friends that's in Georgia as well. So yeah.
Okay, got you. You find a buyer. Buyer comes through. This was a complicated buyer. What's going on with the buyer, man? How was the story with the buyer? All the hiccups and the trouble
Yeah.
that give just to close the property.
Yeah, so there was multiple obstacles. So I did find a buyer. By the way, there were multiple buyers on the table, but I couldn't get them in to see the property.
Mm.
Why? Because first of all, the first obstacle was nobody's been in the house for years. So the key that they had wasn't working. I guess like the lock was like so rusty, like the key broke inside the lock. I don't know how, but so she's like, we got to get a locksmith, we got to change the locks. And she's like, I don't want to have, she had a guy named Paul, you know, like her right hand man. She was just like, he didn't want to kick down the door and leave it open, you know what I'm saying? So they got a locksmith and they actually had some stuff, like, you know, some stuff in there, like project materials, like a bunch of fridges and stoves. It was weird. That they were holding for a friend. So, you know, I'm like, hey, I have some people from my team, some general contractors that just want to look at the house, you know what I'm saying? Want to see like, you know, what we're working with. And the guy was saying immediately, no, like, why do you want people to come in, you know? And I was like, you know what? Can we come to agreement and have like maybe a lockbox there where, you know, we can just have a key there, you know, combination lockbox. And she agreed. But the guy was just like, no, I'm not giving up a key because there's a bunch of stuff there and I don't want nobody to steal it. So honestly, I only had about 3 people that saw the house out of maybe what 6 buyers.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. So every person was just like, hey, I want it, I want it, I want it. So I told the lady, like, hey, I have a bunch of offers on the table. And she was just like, you know what? I'll sign the contract now. Just send me the email now. So that's how I got the buyer. Yeah.
So much money left on the table, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
much money left on the table, bro. That's so crazy. And this is your first deal. So, oh my gosh. Yeah. So now you know. Now you know we need access to the property. If the seller has to pay their taxes, they need to pay their own taxes. And if you have multiple offers, you bid it up all the way until you can squeeze out the highest offer, no matter what,
Yeah.
all the time. Because yeah.
Yeah.
So you closed on the deal. So we had some title issues, but finally you got that $5,500 check. How did that feel when that was? Did you wire it or check?
I did wire.
How did that feel when it hit the bank account?
Felt amazing, man. Like I was just smiling all day and I was smiling all day. Like I was just like, damn, like is this easy? Like I'm like, man, what if I can do this 3 times a month? Like I started thinking like that. What if I can do this 3 times a month? Like my life can really change for
Yeah.
the better. And I was happy, man. Like happiness was just flowing through me, man. I was very grateful. It was at the right time too. I had to pay rent. So
That's
yeah,
fire. That's how
yeah,
our plan works, though. That's
yeah.
exactly how it works every single time. So now we have our plan. We want to do that 3 times every single month. How are you going to do that?
Same, I'm gonna have the same attitude towards cold calling, maybe even cold call longer. Maybe bring another strategy in as well for the same market as well too. I think I'll just stick to this market, squeeze as much as I can, like you said, out of it. Yeah, just do the same thing. Do the same thing.
All right. All right. And I have a new strategy that I'm going to be adding to the blueprint that I'm only releasing to people who close their first deal. So now that you close your first deal and a couple other members have too, I need to go ahead and basically write out the whole strategy. And once I put it in there, bro, I've been using it recently and
Yeah.
it's so much better. Higher quality leads, bro.
Okay, okay, I can't wait.
It's about to be crazy. But all right, so wholesaling, I'm assuming isn't our end goal. You're about to make a lot of money off wholesaling. I'm pretty sure you're gonna make 100, 200, 300K off wholesaling.
Sure.
What's after that? Wholesaling is just so you can get the money up. What comes next?
Well, first of all, the ultimate goal is to be financially free. The passion is to be a developer, get into projects, build homes as well. I can build plazas, malls, whatever, strip malls, commercial buildings. Of course, you need capital to start that. So that's the end goal for sure.
Yeah, bet. Well, I want to go ahead and do that with you, bro, because I'm trying to do some developing too, bro. So
Good.
hopefully,
That's
I
good.
want to do developing. I want to start it at the end of this year. So as soon as I start doing developing, bro, if you're still wholesaling, I'll just, of course, do the same thing, or I just teach
I
you how to
would be
develop.
fine, man.
Do those together, bro, because that's where I'm trying to go to. Developing, oh my gosh, the money in that is crazy.
It's crazy. And I also just want to add this too. Like the way the blueprint, the group and everything is set up is just like it's beautiful, because we can use each other, to our own benefit. Money is just flowing, it's like between each other, if I need help, I can hit you up. If I need help from another person in the group, I can just hit them up and we all make money together. So
Yeah. And I appreciate those words, bro, because I put a lot of time into the blueprint. I know I'm always stressing out, like, damn, I want this blueprint to work. So it's making me happy that you guys are closing deals off the blueprint because I didn't want to be one of those coaches online where they just have a program that doesn't work.
yeah,
So to see that it's producing results every week. But you see somebody close a deal like 2 days ago?
yeah,
Like
I just saw him. Yeah.
I was just like, bro, this is so crazy. So
And
that's
this
why,
is my fault to cut you off too. This is coming. I was a real estate agent in New
yeah.
York City. So this is like crazy for me to say, like, I'd rather do this. Like the amount of work you have to do physically as a real estate agent and money you have to put into it. And like, the competitors you have to deal with, this is way easier. Like less
Bro,
stress free.
I
Yeah.
don't know why people become real estate agents. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
It's not the way, bro. It's
Yeah.
not the way. So I'm glad you said that, bro. All the
Yeah.
real estate agents out there, that's not the way. Bro, I don't even think most real estate agents make money.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Trust me.
So,
I was
no.
one of them. Yeah.
Just to go ahead and end it off, bro, what advice would you have for Iola 2 years ago?
I would say don't procrastinate and just do it. Let go of the fear and just do it. On the other side of fear is just success. And that's exactly what happened here. My back was against the wall. This situation for me to see what can happen. So yeah, just do it. Just
All
do
right,
it.
all right, bro. I appreciate you. I want to go ahead and get that up and like share that with the group as soon as possible because that was a really like everything you said was fire, bro.
Yeah,
So
appreciate it.